everyone, and welcome back. With this, we're just going to go straight to Progs, and then I'll have that $8 million to spend. And as I said before, I'm kind of excited for this season. We have such a good team, except for quarterback, of course, because what's a quarterback, right? So I'll remove position lock here. Let's see, we got some O-line guys. Let's see, is there any decent quarterback? I have 50. There is a 45. We'll see if we need a 45. We'll see really where the biggest hole is. Alright. Yeah, we need a 45. So, is it loud? Oh my god, he wants $10 million. Come on, man. I can't afford that. So he's been out of the league for several years and was trash before then. So I'm just not going to go with him. Doug Gillespie, I suppose. There we go. Let's see. Best guys that I can afford. Bring in an O-lineman. Let's see, we'll actually bring in a cornerback. And let me see. Best guys I can afford. O-line. Boom. There we go. Alright. And with that, I think we have our team. Gillespie will slot in as our starting quarterback, with McPherson, Tandy, Tyler Davis, and Chancellor all probably playing this season. Running back is still Bernard Longs, even though he wants to be a wide receiver. He isn't. Wide receiver, I suppose Bernard Long will see a lot of snaps there, actually. Kind of want to be like a do-everything guy. Tim Campbell's still trying to get closer to being a superstar. Ren Polge will probably play a lot. O-line, wow. Bad progs at O-line. Okay progs there, okay progs. Cornerback, we're stacked. Honestly, this is not as good a team as I thought we would be. Kinda disappointed with the results. I'm not gonna lie. This was a fairly disappointing progs. Fairly disappointing team in general, but what you're gonna do, right? With that, we'll get the season underway. Game 1. Hey, a win. That's rare for us. Bernard Long didn't really do too much. Campbell didn't really do too much. I'm trying to figure out where we played well, but I guess it was just our defense. Game 2. We had a bye week. Alright. Now we're 2-0. This is a weird season. Like, completely weird. I don't know where we're getting our points on offense. A 41-point explosion. We also have 3 running backs over 100 yards 3 games in. That is so strange. Phil George was against us. And Barry James. Huh. Conway had a great game rushing. Bernard Long was kind of effective. Bernard Long was really effective playing all over the place. He's definitely the big part of our offense this season, but he only has 3 touchdowns. So we'll see how our team's doing across the board after 4 games. So we're 3-1, which honestly is better than I expected. Great rushing from Blake Robinson. Bernard Long's on pace for almost 1,000 yards. Conway's been super effective in reserve role as well. And we've also been getting some pretty good receiving numbers from Long. He's actually on pace for a near 2,000 or near 1,000 season, which is super rare. Wide receiver wise, Long is actually only one on for 1,000 yards. Tight end, we're performance out of. But again, this team's a defensive team. Of course, we allowed 41 points. 39 that time. Gillespie's taken a real step back these last few weeks, but the continued steps back are not helping. So we just went 0-4 after starting 3-0. We have just 1,000 yards halfway through the season with Gillespie. Tandy honestly will probably do better. We'll see how that goes. Quarterback continues to be where we have our biggest woes. Long is still putting up good stats. Tandy with another really hot start. He always starts super effective, but like through 2 games. Wait, what happened that second game? Did Tandy like not throw the ball? Tandy got hurt and Gillespie went off. Tandy got hurt after starting 0-3, so Gillespie has now seized the job again. That's so strange. Our team is 5-4. We have a winning record, but we're not playing well. I mean, I guess one of us is. Bernard Long is having a phenomenal season. I mean, he's touching the ball a lot, but it's weird. He's getting long plays as a wide receiver and short plays as a running back. But Robinson was actually off to a strong season too. We maintain our record. Gillespie's not playing bad, I gotta tell you. Wide receiver wise, we probably don't have an 1,000-yard receiver this season, but you never know. That being said, Long is probably going to get 1,000 yards rushing. He is a touch machine right now, I'm telling you. Like, he's manufactured so many touches since he came to KC. This will be his 3rd straight 1,000-yard season. Like, he might have, I don't know, Henderson got some 300 touch seasons, but Robinson with a huge receiving game, that's crazy. Robinson's not a receiving back, but he is looking surprisingly good as a running back this season. Alright, so what's our playoff status here? We're 9-5, which is shocking. We're probably good for the playoffs, but we'll have to see. Gillespie's really just turned it on. Long continuing to be productive, coming off his best game of the season. Wow, this is a very strange year for us. Alright. What? We lost in the playoffs? We're going to be 9-7 without a playoff, right? Yep. It's frustrating. Another season of disappointment. Gillespie really went off throughout the regular season, though. Bernard Long finishing with 270 rushes. 500 receiving yards as well. Yeah, honestly, it's a disappointing season as a whole. Not where I want it to go. Bernard Long, though, was one of the top wide receivers in the game, though he's more of a running back, personally. That was a rough season, I'm not going to lie. I totally would understand if they would fire me after that. We have a lot of picks coming up, though. So, who knows? Cornerback, defensive lineman. Quarterback. Linebacker. Defensive end. Probably wide receiver. Linebacker. Yeah, none of these last picks matter. Alright. Let's see. So I'm going to do my yearly dumps here. Brian Hicks can get moved with a big contract. So I free up $16 million right here. Ooh, cheap dominating linebacker. Don't mind if I do. 100 plus. Yeah, that's a great pickup. Evan Henderson played fine, but he wasn't a big interception guy. Granted, he was a quality corner. Decent O lineman and 2 picks. I'll do that. Jay Valentine, you can get moved. Wow, you really regressed quickly. Third round pick's not too rough. Let's see. I don't want to trade Bernard Long because he's definitely a serviceable running back. Trey Kelly's been fine too. Um, Sean Virgil is probably tradable. Like, he might develop, but I don't think he's worth his contract anymore. Third round pick and a prospect ain't too bad. Let's see. Bobby Flores, not a bad deal. Taryn McPherson, a bust of a quarterback pickup. The fact that I'm getting a third round pick for him, though, is crazy. I mean, it just goes to show you how problematic quarterback is right now in the league. I feel like this is one of the worst quarterbacking leagues I've ever seen right now. All right. I would really like to pick up a quarterback in free agency, but I am definitely committing to Campbell long term. I hope he develops and doesn't just stay at this level. That would be really frustrating. I've seen it happen. It's kind of like what happening with DJ Moore, right? Like, you thought he might be a superstar, like wide receiver 1 in fantasy or whatever. And definitely like in the game too. He is just stuck at this level of really good, but not like wide receiver 1 good. It's frustrating. Eric Bell. Maybe he hits, maybe he's a bust. Won't move him. Doug Gillespie. I don't know if I want to bring him back. Like, yeah, he was okay. But I feel like I will have a shot at somebody bigger in free agency. It's kind of what I'm hoping on here. Picking up a lot of cheap linebackers. Alex Smith is a nice pickup. Dude, he's such a good story in like real NFL. Such a good story. Harvey Chancellor still has yet to play single snap. He probably won't in his time with KC. Maybe he develops later, maybe he doesn't. Bradley Conaway actually looked really solid this season. Running back's one of those positions where you can definitely go cheap and get like good production. So enter with roughly 5.6 million per player. All right. Probably won't get Devontae Johnson, but we could get a potential franchise quarterback here. This is probably the best shot we'll get in a while. Former second round pick, probably a starter this season. He might not develop, which is the risk we're taking, but this might be a Kirk Cousins thing. We might have Kirk Cousins ourselves, but I guess we'll find out. Adding a true running back that gets like 5 yards a carry would also be good. I wonder if David Mackey could develop into that. Kind of want to say he will. He's definitely a dual threat guy, so I'll definitely take a risk on him. Does that actually let me? No, I don't know if I want to move Bernard Long. He could be kind of effective this season. Okay. Actually, I'm going to do two really solid O-linemen. O-line is the most important thing for a successful quarterback. Ooh. Brigginson looked really good. See if you can put up similar stats in my new offense. Let's see. Matt White, no. We'll go with Jesse Bridges, 2 years, 1.5. And DeMarcus Wild, nah. I guess we'll do Jared Jackson. These bottom two guys here. Ooh, actually bottom three. Alright. Now, let's find a good cornerback. Yeah, why not? We'll do a cornerback. Actually, yeah, we'll do Zach Scott. Alright, see you guys next episode with Progs here, and yeah, peace out.